welcome you to the Drapetomaniac podcast. I am Ayapo Yapa, the HDIC, that is the head Drapetomaniac in charge. And we are here to have conversations on how to get off this plantation. There's an old saying that goes, when your only tool is a hammer, then you tend to treat everything like it's a nail. I submit that when you judge everything by materialism, then everything is based and measured by the standard of materialism. The message that we have here at Doaya Media is a very simple one. It's about separation. We have come to realize that this message is not for everyone, because there are many of us who truly desire to be part of this system, to be incorporated into this system, to be integrated into this system. The conclusions I have come to is that not only was the system not made for us, not made by us, but that this system in a very real way was created against us. Now, not specifically for that purpose, oddly enough, but the construction of it was by and for white people. The fact that it's against us is a byproduct of that. I don't believe for a minute that white people sat down and they said, let's create a system to destroy black people. I don't necessarily believe that, but I do believe that as a component of this system, our destruction is included in that. The reason I don't believe that our full destruction was because they need us. They need us for our labor. They need us for our talent. They need us for our intellects. They need us for our style. They need us. And I think that causes them no end of distress, because it's like, you hate us, but you need us. That being said, and back to the point, here at Doaya Media, and me, and my wife in particular, we definitely believe that the only solution for our people is separation. If you don't feel that way, then this is not the place for you. And nobody's mad at you. Nobody says, I don't think anything of it. If that's what you believe, if you are a true believer and you believe that this system can be rehabilitated or retrofitted in a way that it will work for our people, then by all means have at it. I just totally do not believe that is possible. We see, from the time we're born, we're inundated with this whole thing about things. Even if you look at the time of year it is, this is the Christmas season. It's all about getting things, being good and getting gifts and getting presents and getting. Yeah, they say it's a spirit of, it's a season of giving, but moreover, it's a season of getting, especially when you're a child. And you're taught that you should have the newer, the bigger, the better, the best, and so on. After children get off from their Christmas break, what are they going to do? They're going to meet on the playground or meet in their classrooms and talk about what they got and compare notes. I did it when I was a child, and children are still doing it to this day. They get together, they compare notes about what they got and see who got the best, who got the biggest, who got the newest, who got the fastest, who got the shiniest. And we're constantly taught this on our birthday. We get gifts. Freaking rotten tooth falls out our head. Tooth fairy comes and gives us money. Get. And that's all that we're taught. And this getting and this perpetual chasing after of the carrot is what keeps us tied into the system. Even in terms of when we're talking about reparations, which I'm on record as saying I totally 100% believe that our people are entitled to reparations. It's not something someone's giving us. This is payment for services rendered in addition to a way to I can't say to fix what was done, because there's no amount of money you could give that could fix what was done to our people. But as a means of just compensating our people, if that's even an accurate way to say it. But I'm all for it. When I first started my platform, and it was on YouTube, that was my goal, was to talk about reparations. But as time went by and I started learning more and started examining things more, all I saw was that this is not a system that is conducive to the health and welfare of our people. And we need to get as far away from it as possible. And if getting reparations means that I need to be tied into this system, then no thank you, you can go and keep them. Because I would rather have my peace. I'd rather have my peace of mind and my safety. A lot of us exist in this mindset. When I say us, I mean our people, descendants of enslaved Africans. We exist in this state of thinking that somehow the situation can be turned around, or we can have eat our cake and have it too. I often think about trapeze artists who are swinging from rung to rung. One rung is freedom. The other rung is holding on to this system and holding on to it. If a person's swinging from the trapeze to trapeze, and they have one hand on one rung and then they grab another one and refuse to let go, they'll just be left hanging there. You can't have it both ways. You either let go of one and swing, or you hold on to the one you're on and swing back. But trying to hold on to both of them at the same time, you're just going to be hanging there, suspended in air indefinitely. Until your arms give out and you fall. You can't, in my opinion, hold on to this corrupt system, hold on to a system that was designed in a way that it oppresses you and hurts you, and at the same time seek to have all this material wealth or whatever it is that we're taught that we're supposed to want. And we're actually taught that we're supposed to want these things even above our peace of mind and our freedom. And it takes some time to wake up from that. And there again, there's always this thing, where do we go? What do we do? Who do we depend on? I don't have all the answers. I haven't figured out all the answers. I'm still working through this myself. All I know is that this doesn't work. See, that's the thing. I don't know all the answers, but what I do know is that this system doesn't work for us. That much I do know for a certainty. This system doesn't work for us, and decidedly, demonstratively works against us. So, I said at the beginning, the messages from Dwyer Media aren't for everybody. Or that's the pill I had to swallow, was the understanding that this way of thinking isn't for everybody. Because there are many of our people who want the quote unquote American dream. They want the house, they want the nice car, they want the toys and baubles and all that. I prefer my freedom. I prefer my liberty. I prefer my safety. I prefer my peace of mind. That's what I would rather have. And every day, every single day, I'm working on how to get it. And as I'm working on that, I've basically removed our oppressor out of the equation. It's not like I'm having to sit and wait for them to decide that they're going to do something for me, to beg them, to threaten them to do something for me. You will have people who will ridicule what they call do-for-selfers. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. All I know is that I have no trust in this system, and I'm glad that I don't. I'm glad that I want to separate from it. And I see that as the one and only solution that will ever work for our people. And so that's about it. These podcasts aren't meant to be long, but they are meant to provoke you to think. And whether you come to the same conclusion or you come to a different conclusion, that's fine too. The most important thing is that you just ask yourself the question. And then after you ask yourself the question and you start thinking it through, you could come to a totally different conclusion than I have. And that's fine. The important thing is to think it through. So that said, I just ask that you continue to listen to the Drapetomaniac podcast through Doaya Media, through the Doaya Media website. At your leisure, always take the time, well, if you can, take the time to visit the Doaya Media website and go through the site. There's a lot here to see and to do. Check out Unapologetically Pro-Black magazine. It's the magazine of the pro-black community. You'll find a lot of good information in there, and there's even crossword puzzles and word searches and just excellent articles. There's all kinds of things in here, and it's all for our community, for the pro-black community of which I'm a proud member. I am proudly pro-black. For some people, pro-black is a dirty word. Not for me. It's something that I'm proud of. Go to UPTV to watch some of our videos. Always remember to check out the Drapetomaniac podcast. I'm the head Drapetomaniac in charge. Ayapo Yapa. And also, be sure and visit the Doaya Media store, where you can find all kinds of pro-black gear, to wear and to sit on your desk, whatever, even magnets to put on your refrigerator. Just always something to, promote your pro-blackness. We also have a bookstore. Be sure to visit that. We feature, of course, This Black in it by Anjali Shabazz, and we have Dr. Rick Warren's book in there, and these link back to Amazon. So when you purchase them, all the proceeds go to the authors. Nothing comes to Doaya Media, but we're all about promoting our people. Always about promoting our people, and we need to just do that more and more. So check that out. And finally, always remember to come to the Drapetomaniac podcast. The podcast comes on, a new one, every Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. And you can also check out prior Drapetomaniac podcast. So this is the Drapetomaniac podcast. This is Ayapo Yapa, the HDIC. That is the head Drapetomaniac in charge. And I will see you on the run.